トビーこと田畑佑都さんによります人生論の書北条記です。田畑さん、よろしくお願いします。
ゆく川の流れは絶えずして、しかも元の水にあらず。よどみに浮かぶうたかたは、かつ消え、かつ結びて久しくとどまりたるためしなし。世の中にある人と栖かと、またかくのごとし。皆さんこんにちは。岐阜県から来ましたトビーこと田畑佑都と申します。皆さんの言いたいことは分かります。北条記、この見た目でDon't worry、 こう見えて結構読書家なんですよ。スピーチで忙しくて最近あんまり読めてないんですけど、そうですね、最近だとユバルノア・ハラリの21です。話を元に戻しましょう。はじめに読み上げたのはつれづれ草、枕草子とともに日本三大随筆の一つと呼ばれている北条記の冒頭です。皆さん当然ご存知ですよね。ご存知ない？分かりました。しょうがないのでちょっと特別にお示ししましょう。北条記の冒頭、これは人と住処の儚さを川の流れ、水の泡に例えています。古い建物が壊され、新しい建物が建つ。誰かが死ねば誰かが生まれる。物事は全て移ろいゆくもの、いわゆる諸行無常を表しているんですよね。皆さん思い出しましたかね。知らず生まれ死ぬる人、いつかてより来たりて、いつかてより去る。また知らず仮の宿り、誰がために心を悩まし、何によりてか目を喜ばしむる。これこそが北条記の根底にあるテーマだと僕は考えています。移り変わる無常の世で、人はどこから来てどこへ行くのか、人はなぜ生きるのかを作した北条記はまさに人生論の書と呼ぶにふさわしいのではないでしょうか。当然皆さんもそう思いますよね。何もなしと構いません。早速始めていきましょう。The author of 北条記、長命家物 is said to have been born in 1155. After working as a poet, he became a Buddhist monk at the age of 50. And he lived in seclusion in a mountain hermitage from the age of 54 until his death at the age of 62. The hermitage was very small, so it's called 北条の料理。北条 means it's about 3 meters long on its side. 北条記 was completed in 1212 when he was 58 years old. By the way, I also had experience of living in seclusion for about 2 years. Chomei described the difficulties of living in the world as follows. To act exactly like others is intolerable, but not to act as they do seems to be madness. I sympathized with it, and I decided to give a speech about 北条記. In the first half of 北条記, it mainly describes the 5 great disasters. They are natural disasters and man-made disasters, which young Chomei experienced himself. It expresses the ephemerality of people and their houses with outstanding expressiveness and accurate depictions of facts. After writing about the 5 great disasters, he concludes, in general, the difficulty of living in the world and the familiarity of lives and human habitations are like this. There's nothing as boring as having a house. This is the conclusion he obtained from the experience of the 5 great disasters. And he wrote about the way of life in which man dares not to have a splendid house but a minimalist one. After becoming a monk, Chomei lived in seclusion in Hojo-Yori and deepened his truth. He tried to obtain the ultimate answer to the question, why do humans live? By staring single-mindedly in his heart at a life which did not concern others. So, what answer did he obtain? To quote from the end of Hojoki, Buddha teaches us not to cling to earthly things. Loving Hojo no Yori and trying to live in seclusion are also a show of attachment. And in Buddhism, it is a sin and an obstruction to salvation. He asked himself about it and said, no answer did I give to this question, but twice or thrice repeated bluntly plays and stopped asking myself. Yes, he didn't get the ultimate answer. Or maybe it's more like to say, he found that there was no ultimate answer. Experts are divided over the interpretation of this last thing, but there will be no end to that discussion because only he knows for certain. We can only guess. Chomei Kamano kept looking at his heart and reached a point that should be called the limit of the heart. And it is a limit of literature too. He couldn't write ultimate answer to this question, why do humans live? So, if we want the answer, we must interpret it ourselves. Actually, his father was a single priest, and Chomei aspired to become a priest too. But he lost his dream and shaved his hair to be a hermit. At the end, Chomei decided to place. I think that it is because only Buddhism was left in him. I've written Hojoki until now, but I can't answer the question, why do humans live? So I only have Buddhism left. However, he would have known that even it was nothing more than a dream. So, I want you to remember the beginning of Hojoki once again. The flow of the river never stops, and it's not the same water. The bubbles float in stagnation. They appear when they disappear, and there's no example of existing for a long time. It is not they disappear when they appear. The bubbles are not only mellow, but they are full of vitality that appear immediately after they disappear. While you are alive, what you want to do and what you want to be, various dreams and ideas appear and disappear like bubbles, but they appear immediately after they disappear. That's why you can devote your life to a dream, even if you know it's going to disappear. Chomei also had a dream as a poet, a dream to become a Shinto priest, and a dream to make Hojoki a great singer. So, even if Hojoki couldn't be written anymore, he was able to devote himself into Buddhism. how to live and feel is different for each person. Well, I read Hojoki as a book, from which I can learn about life. Put all your energy into what your heart needs now. This is the life advice I obtained from Hojoki. Thank you for listening.
ありがとうございました。アンドリー先生、コメントお願いします。
Thank you, Toby, for a very interesting and very philosophical speech. Actually, I had never heard of Hojoki. Of course, I know the Tale of Genji and the Pillow Book, but I had never heard of Hojoki before. And I think it's really interesting that this is a very old work of Japanese literature, but you found life lessons in the modern day, and maybe that's one reason why this book is still so respected and well known, because people like you can learn lessons about life from that. And it was interesting that he tried so hard to find the meaning of life, but he couldn't. But I think maybe in a way, just trying to find the meaning, it gave him kind of a passion. And the fact that he couldn't answer the question is maybe just the same thing that happens to all of us. So the important thing is just to keep searching even if you don't find it. So it was really interesting that you could learn that, and thank you for sharing that.
学院長、コメントお願いします。
とても素晴らしいスピーチですよね。800年、900年昔のものをスラスラと今の人間が読めるような国ってほとんどないんですよね。読めないし、しかもああいう考えをこういろんな宗教やいろんなものがありますけれども、そんな昔のものを今と同じように考えられるやはり思想家がいたということもすごいことだし、そこに気づいたトビー自身もすごいですね。なんか今日はトビーの髪の毛が鴨の直面に見えますね。素晴らしかったです。ありがとうございます。